You think this would corner a little bit better, right? Moncton, horny French girls, woo! Yeah! And my wife only let me out with my pissing dick. Shit. Let's get this out of the way. This is a running leg. This is not, and neither is this, okay? Everybody comes up to me, oh, you lost your leg, can you run? I'm not fucking Terry Fox. Did you have a hysterectomy and now you want to have kids? So there's a lot of discrimination out there. I know, I've heard about discrimination, but I'm white. I really don't know about it until I lost my leg, right? I got thrown out of the company picnic. I couldn't find two friends for the three-legged race. So I thought I'd fuck them over, and I took a prosthetic with me instead. Then I figured out I was fat and I couldn't run. I even get it from my own people with disabilities. I was working out in a rehab next to a guy who was a quadriplegic. And he says to me, he says, you know they're going to teach me today? And I said, I don't know, everything? He says, so I say, what? What are they going to teach you? And he goes, they're going to teach me how to play wheelchair rugby. And I said, awesome, I've seen that on TV. That's like wheelchair rugby, murder ball. That'd be awesome. He says, you can. And I said, why not? He goes, you're not disabled enough. Fuck you, this isn't high school. So I stood up and he says, what are you doing? I said, something you can't. And wipe my own ass. So, I love sports, I really do. I love sports. I hate that awkward silence at the golf course when they ask me what my handicap is though, right? I play sledge hockey too. I've been over here in Moncton. I've played sledge hockey here. The people are really, really helpful, right? They keep on saying, can I give you a hand? I said, no, I lost a leg. I was skiing in Nova Scotia last year. I was at one of a parasport event. You know, parasport, something like Special Olympics without the sadness. And I ran into a guy who was blind. And I met him up at the top of the hill, and he was telling me how he skis, and he's got this guide that tells him how to go down the hill, like where to turn. But that's his wife. And the whole time he's telling me this, I'm thinking, how long is it going to take my wife to nag me down this fucking hill? There'd be a fight over a map, you know. So I ski ahead of him, and I get down to the bottom of the hill. And there's TV people that are there that are filming this. So look, the cripples are out playing, this is great. But he turns around and he says, look, he just skied into the woods. So I turned around and said, I bet you didn't see that coming. And he said, that guy's been at our TV studio a couple of times, and he keeps on coming in and said, nice to see you. And he says, I don't know what to say. I recently got myself a dog, and people will ask me, he said, oh, did you get that as a service dog? And I said, no. Did you get it for companionship? No. I've got kids at home. I'm trying to raise something that isn't all fucked up. Secretly, I'm hoping the dog runs away so the kids get the hint. But I refuse to talk to my kids on the phone. They work at call centers. I don't answer. Every time they call, I hang up on them. But my son, he had a girlfriend, and he brought the girlfriend home, and she stayed over a couple of nights, and next thing you know, there's feminine hygiene products in the downstairs bathroom. I said, listen, fucker, you and I need to talk. His bedroom's underneath mine. You're already cock-blocking as it is. And I said to him, how much do you want to know what's going on in my bedroom? And he goes, well, nothing. I said, well, I want to know the same about yours. Last thing you really want to hear is your kid busting a nut. So I said, listen, if I hear a word sound out of your bedroom downstairs, you're going to need a therapist in 10 years to get the sounds out of your fucking head that your mother's going to make. Good thing he doesn't talk to his mother, eh? But I am married. And it's different for me as a guy with a disability, because I couldn't even imagine being single. Like, what would I say? You know, can I throw a leg over you? You know, I got really something hard in my pants for you. If I haven't got enough dick, I brought a strap on. I got some really good parking out front. You'll feel like a VIP. So I'm trying to keep things interesting in the bedroom, right? You gotta go with what you got. So I went to her one night and said, let's try it with the prosthetic on, you know? And she says, okay, so we did that, but she said it kind of felt mechanical. I know when she really wants to fuck because she'll put the panels on the comforter on top of the bed up and down so I look thinner in bed. Yay, life almost in your 50s. So, how many people here like Halloween besides her? I love Halloween. I love it more now as an amputee because if you stand at your door as an amputee and say boo and hand out candies, that's okay. But if you sit there on a tarp with fake blood on your stump with a running chainsaw, you'll never have to give out candy ever again. So I went to my wife and I said, listen, how about we get together tonight and I'll dress up like a pirate. You can call me Long John Silver. And she said to me, honey,